Hey guys, क्या हाल चाल? नया दिन नई शुरुआत. And in today's video we are going to learn something very different. So whenever we talk about pharma marketing is very important. So Chanakya pharma strategies, there are certain strategies that you can adopt. So जैसे चाणक्य नीति कहते थे, so उसी हिसाब से pharmacy में if you want to earn well, if you want to grow well, so there are certain Chanakya Neetis, certain strategies that will help you definitely to excel. So let's begin with some of the strategies. The first, these are the list of 10 strategies that you must know. Samriddhi, Goya Jankari, Yuddha Niti, Nirman, Sanghatan, which is mergers and acquisitions, Vyapar, which is trade and business, Yukti, ideas, Kutniti, Satya, and Shakti. So we'll discuss all of these details, all of these different types of nitis in detail. The first is Satya and Shakti. So the truth, it is very important to, stay streamlined with your ethics, your principles, and maintain your integrity, because data integrity, data transparency is very very involved important for brand building. अगर आपको ब्रांड बनानी है तो लॉयल्टी ऑफ कस्टमर्स लाना बहुत जरूरी है, और वो कब आएगी? जब उन्हें आप पे भरोसा होगा, when they have belief in you, right? So you must ensure that you follow all the regulatory guidelines. If you have all the approval certifications, if it's a food industry, FSSAI approved. If it's a pharmaceutical industry, then you have lots of regulatory bodies, CDSCO, TJA, and all. India, CDSC, for India, it's CDSCO, right? So you have different kinds of regulatory bodies that you can have on board, their certifications. Then the Kutniti, which is strategic diplomacy. So in today's world, BIMICI, business intelligence, market intelligence, and competitive intelligence. These are very important. And to identify the target audience, कि आपका product है, what is the segment which you are targeting? So are you targeting based on the demographic, or that is the age group, geography? Are you dividing on the basis of psychography, so values, attitudes, belief, right? So there are different segmentation. Then targeting that particular audience and positioning your product in that particular segment. So it's very important. Then you need to know about your product line, product mix, product depth, then how many SKUs you hold, what is your inventory cost, what you must know about the complete economy of your product. So if there are multiple products, the split economy, each individual split of each product, that how much each product is bringing, what are the different marketing channels through which you are operating it, the different domains through which you're promoting your product, right? So it's very important that you identify the unmet needs, the gaps. Okay, because आजकल public नया चाहती है, they want something new. So what new you bring to the table? What is a novelty? What is a product of differentiation, point of differentiation, right? कि आप अपना product को differentiate कैसे कर रहे हैं? तीसरा है Shakti, which is the merger, acquisition, and alliances. So it's very important that there are a lot of stakeholders, shareholders, right? So you merge. There are different kinds of mergers. They can be horizontal mergers. They can be vertical mergers. So suppose one retailer merging with another retailer, or a retailer merging with a wholesaler, right? Or there is a merger of two different domains, two different segments of a company together. So those are different kinds of mergers. So you like the biotech ka merger with pharmacology, pharmacognosy ka merger with pharmacoinformatics, network pharmacology, ethnopharmacology, and all. So such mergers are very, very important. You for including for energizing the synergies, for a better execution of the plan, for objective setting. The next is the tactical planning or the yukti. So the digital transformation, आज digital zamana is, it's very important that we have blockchain on our board. We have AI based adoption for encryption of data, for maintaining the data privacy. So machine learning and all is very very important. The next is vyapar and business. Business is a sub, right? So pricing, what kind of pricing you're keeping, psychological, skimming, penetration, what is the strategy of your pricing, market expansion, your GTM, go to market strategy, the exit strategy for the venture capitalists, for the investors, for the angel investors, right? वो उनको ये नहीं मतलब बनता कि वो कितने पैसे डाल रहे हैं, वो जो फाउंडर है उसको देख के पैसे डालते हैं, जो धंधा है उसकी एबिलिटी टू क्रिएट अ बिजनेस आउट ऑफ दैट, उस पे पैसे डालते हैं. सो दे वांट कि उनका पैसा बने, उन्हें कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता आपकी ब्रांड बने ना बने. दे वांट देयर मनी टू be recovered, right? Recoupled. So that is very, very important. So emerging into the market, rural market, urban market, whether you want to go global or you want to stay local, उस ये सारे फैक्टर्स होते हैं जो डिटरमाइन करते हैं चाणक्य नीति. संगठन, लीडरशिप, if you have a good team building is very important, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि आप ही मार्केटिंग कर रहे हो, आप ही रील्स बना के मार्केट प्रोडक्ट कर रहे हो, आप ही operations and logistics देख रहे हो, आप ही supply chain देख रहे हो, you are only looking after the finance. You need to have a team, a particular expert who can, functional, so a cross-functional collaborations, fostering, like suppose if it's a product life cycle or a product delivery or a clinical drug development, R&D, regulatory, marketing, all of these need to work together, right? Because the marketing person also needs to know certain USPs of the product, right? वो product क्यों खरीदे? So there are certain points of USPs. Regulatory, is it compiling to the different regulatory agencies, different guidelines that you need to take in mind. So it's very very important, and always having new innovations, very very important. वरना आप खा जाओगे. In the product life cycle you will be in the lag phase. If you want to stay in the lock phase, it's very very important that you have continuous improvement in your product, feedback of the customers. These are some of the very important things that you need to know. Then guhiya jankari, which is secret intelligence. So it's very important that you have data. आज के जमाने में जिसके पास data है, he is like boon, बहुत lucky है वो. So it's very important that you have data with you. तो data कहाँ से आता है? अलग अलग sources से, Statista, you have different sources, right? So I've made a separate video on the data as well, like Google patents, you have Google papers, research papers and all, the different domains that from which you can get data. So that is very very important. Real world data, real world evidence, big data analytics, काफी बार इंपॉर्टेंट होता है डेटा को विजुअलाइज करना. क्या फर्क अगर आप बिजनेस इंटेलिजेंस यूज कर रहे हो लेकिन आप डेटा को विजुअलाइज ही नहीं कर पा रहे हो. सो डेटा तो है, लेकिन उस डेटा को इंटरप्रेट करना, उस डेटा से आगे आउटपुट निकालना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी हो जाता है. सो दैट इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग दैट यू मस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ. Next is drug nirman, continuous fortification, having new formulation strategies, having new cost-effective, sustainable solutions. Because आजकल environment friendly बहुत हो गया है, जैसे vegan free, gluten free, paraben free, cosmetics हो, चाहे food हो, any industry, it is working on preservative free, it's working on free from animals, it's working on free from carcinogenic substances. So you can work upon that as well. And the last is samriddhi or wealth creation. Who doesn't want wealth? So if innovation and investment in the correct, if you're an investor, then you need to know the ESGs, environmental social governance, the CSR, corporate social responsibilities that a particular company is working into, the corporate governance, the CGs, right? So it is very important to, in order to build a green pharma, in order to have a circular economy, to have an idea about all of this. So biologics, monoclonal antibodies, biopharmaceuticals, these are all blooming markets because they are having lots and lots of importance. But the problem is the cost. So if you bring down that, like the generics, it brought down the cost of the proprietary medicines to a significant lower levels. So this is how we can have these Chanakya Neetis. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was insightful for you. You got to learn a lot of new things. ऐसे ही मुझे प्यार करते रहिए. Show some love to my channel, and we'll make sure that we bring up new content, trending contents, and something which is informative for you. Thank you so much for today.